Yeah, the second stage of Pro League, the group stage in LA, we were the favorites to make it through together with Fury, I guess. I think the group stage in Pro League was teams we should beat, and we just did our job.
Molotovs being thrown in, but not really landing on where Jacob's going to be holding. And JKS is just looking to spam things down. He gets himself a quick double and a triple. And 100 Thieves, they will be representing Americas in the Pro League Finals over in Denmark. Yep, them and 18.
Coming into this event, I feel like there was a lot of tough matchups for us.
There's so many good teams. Every team's have really strong individual players.
And we prepared for them pretty heavily.
So coming into ESL Pro League Finals, we felt pretty good.
First game against Heroic, we knew they were like a potential dangerous team.
To begin with, we started a little bit shaky, I would say. Lost a few rounds where they multi-killed the absolute crap out of us at A. Yeah, we readjusted in game and brought it back, and then coming into the CT side, I'm pretty sure we just mopped them up, and it was a pretty straightforward game.
They don't have a kit, so he has to get on this bomb fairly soon, looking in the wrong direction. Azza is going to play that perfectly, and now Barak, he's kind of left with nothing to do. Azza with the clutch. 15 seconds left, Gratisfaction turning on with a shotgun, and even the instant headshot as well. Good round from 100 Thieves.
Oh. Kinda. Like feels bare. I'm naked.
Playing EP, we just need to decide before people separate and go do what they do. We need to decide what we're gonna pick and obviously what we're gonna beat in the second stage.
It's never easy. We seem to have an issue when we are playing 2 games in one day. It's always that second game we ran out of fuel sometimes.
Yeah, it was the same in Starlighter as well. We had 2 games in one day, and then we would always lose that second game. We just need to nap or something, but when you're stuck at the venue, you can't really sleep anywhere. So.
Yeah, obviously, every other team has to do it as well a lot of the time, so it's not just us that has to go through it. For us, at least, it seems like a common trend in the last maybe 2 or 3 tournaments. When we play the second match of the day, we kind of fall off. I think it's something that we need to look at for sure for the next year, just so we don't actually run into that problem again.
It all comes down to this: the Group A upper bracket semi-final, Evil Geniuses, 100 Thieves, and potentially...
Yeah, I'd say, EG have always just been a pretty tough team for us. Just in general, we've had a rough time against them. I think the last maybe 4 or 5 times we've lost to them.
They always just beats us. And I think it's getting a little bit annoying, you know, when you're putting up fight against all the other teams and then you struggle really hard against the one team. Just like they have our number, we have no chance.
And for us, it might be a little bit of a mental block. Like we think, going into the match, we're thinking we haven't won against these guys in a long time.
I don't know if people take it harder, it's more like not again, you know.
After the EG game, it was a tough talk. I was thinking it was a little bit harsher than I would have expected, but if we really want to break out and be that team that takes home trophies, those are the talks we have to have.
It's usually like when we have an open discussion and things are bound to get a little bit, you know, like you said, heated, but it's nothing too serious. It's just that those things need to be said, you know.
I mean, those talks are definitely hard, especially for myself. I feel like I'm kind of getting better at them, opening up to people and, you know, expressing my thoughts. I feel like I'm kind of a quiet person in general, so at the start it wasn't very easy, but I think I'm getting better.
Everyone knows that despite the talks that you have to have, that's just for, I don't know, it's constructive criticism in a way where you have to have that talk to progress. You can't just let it simmer underneath the surface, because then it's just gonna cause more problems.
And I think everyone understands that, and coming to the FaZe game, everyone wanted to step up to the plate. Everyone wanted to improve and do better than we did yesterday, and that's what everyone did.
Positivity up, boys. Even if we're down 5-0, we f***ing up. Never give up, no surrender. Hey, boys. Dude, watch this! Did somebody say Renegade?
Hey, Rain's going to peek a little bit wide, so Lias is able to respond. Lias again, 1, 2, and 3. If your FaZe Clan, you lose this round, you basically lost the game, right? The money's not going to be there. The loss bonus isn't really there as well. Obviously, we did see a massive anti-ego with Jake. That's a nice triple and a quad kill as well.
Gratisfaction, he's been so good in this series. Combines to close things out. It's going to be a 16-7 domination in the third and final map of this series. 100 Thieves go marching on within the ESL Pro League Finals. And unfortunately,
UNSA 2019, the Season 10 Finals from December 6th to 8th, kicking off tomorrow inside of the arena. Things have gotten to the boiling point here as we look at 100 Thieves versus Fnatic for our next matchup, our next best of 3, an elimination best of 3 at that.
Yes, indeed, and Fnatic versus 100 Thieves about to go down on our screens. I think it depends what sort of 100 Thieves, what sort of Fnatic we see in this.
Against Fnatic, that first map, we started off really good. And again, just few rounds went their way, few rounds that should not have gone their way, they just won them.
Individually, we just weren't as good as we usually were, and I think that was the main thing, because we were getting into sites and stuff, and then pretty evenly, like a 3v3, and then we just couldn't hold the bomb site.
We started the second half pretty good as well, and then there was like 2 rounds that decided the whole money situation and kind of stopped us, which they won like kind of flawless with some like good setup they had, or they just reacted to the situation good, and they won those important rounds and finished off the game. So, I mean, sometimes that happens, you know. The teams play good and they win, you know. It's nothing unusual, nothing bad about it.
And the Swedes are not to be trifled with. 100 Thieves, commiserations, they fight to the very end, but their journey will be ending here. Fnatic, they continue fighting.
I'm done. We good? Yeah. Anyway, it was just a bad game today. I feel just a bad game. I think the plan that we had worked, and they did what we expected to do, but we just played a bad game in all aspects, kind of. It wasn't our game. Simple as that. It was like we up some things that we don't usually up, that we played perfectly yesterday against FaZe, and today it was like completely the opposite, you know. But it doesn't matter. It's over now anyway. I mean, I feel like the whole year has been like on another level than any other that we actually played so far.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it was completely, it was like our mindset is on another level, our game is on another level, everything is on another level than from the previous. So I think we're in a pretty good position right now to like set ourselves up for 2020 to be like a year that we're gonna win a bunch of shit, you know. Still we have some to iron, you know, but it's normal, you know. And just make sure in the break, like, people actually reset mentally, you know.
Like
and
you
then
said though, we had a pretty good year.
It's a pretty good year.
Compared to what we've always had in the past.
Oh, this year has been very exciting.
I think it was like, for all of us, is our breakout year.
I think 2019 is probably the best year for everyone in the team.
It's been a pretty solid journey this year. I guess like we did a lot of what we wanted to do in terms of accomplishments.
Some disappointments, I guess. A lot of joy as well. Good memories.
Like, our expectation going into 2019 is not as high as they will be going into 2020. In the early year, we weren't really competing with the best teams, I guess. We had like some upset here and there, but we didn't really like go deep in the tournament, reach like, you know, where we wanted to reach. We were just not good enough.
I think a huge thing, I think it was after IEM Chicago, we were just like, we came dead last, and after that tournament we had like a 4-hour talk back in the prac room or something like that, and what we need to do, what we need to fix. And we fixed those things that I just said, and yeah, we haven't looked back.
And after that, I think everyone was like, we can actually do this, you know? People start believing.
Everyone just really wanted this to work, and it just felt like everyone stepped up at once. We didn't end the year the way we wanted to, but you know, it's nothing that can be disappointed about. Semi-finals of a major, quarterfinals of a major, semis of multiple events, and you know, finals of majing. It's like, it's unbelievable. middle part of the year was pretty and towards the end we came back, and I think that's what I'll remember of this year, of us bringing it back from being on the bottom and making our ways back up. And I think we're just going to go off break here and just chill out for a bit, and then once we come back in January, I think everyone's going to be kind of mentally reset, just so that we can actually put in the work and put in the hard yards just to kind of start the year off strong, because I think that's what's most important. I don't think we're going to stay at this level. I think we're just only going to go up, but I think we kind of have to put in more work and keep improving as well, just so we can actually do that. And obviously our goal was to at least get top 10, so our goal from here should be at least to get top 3 and stay a stable team. I think that's like probably one of our main goals right now. We want to win a trophy, we want to win multiple trophies. Like, no one thinks it's that far of a stretch anymore. Like, at the start of this year, it was probably, our goal was probably making playoffs at events, and then as the year progressed, it got better and better, and we were looking to make semis of events and finals of events, and I think we're at that point now where we can hope for trophies.
I can promise that we're just going to be working twice as hard than we did this year, and we're just going to try to be twice as better than this year. So
we're really looking forward to the next one, and I think 2020 will be our year.
We'll definitely lift up a trophy next year, that's for sure. Confident in that.
Does anybody have anything they want to say? Because this is the final meeting before we actually
Meet in 2020.
yeah.
The final meeting. I don't want to talk to any of you in my break, man.
That's fair. Nada.
Thanks for the good year, boys.
Happy Christmas, boys. Good run.
That was a pretty good year.
Thieves! I hold Bring it back in, bring it back in. One more. 3, 2, 1. Thieves!
What's that?
Don't put that on the video, Jeremy, please.
The only thing I heard was one low Thieves.